Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. Yet another beautiful day lies ahead of our beautiful nation as we continue to develop in previously unforeseen ways. Brand new update is upon us, at least in its beta form, and I am super excited to explore some of the ideas we were talking about last session. I've seen all of your comments as well. I see your suggestions. I've got my own thoughts as well that I've been mulling over ever since I stopped recording that previous episode. So there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to explore. And honestly, I mean, do you ever get that feeling when one of your favorite games gets a massive update and you get all like giddy and excited? That's how I feel right now. I'm so pumped to try out these new elements and these new, challenges. Again, like I said, I've got some plans. I've seen your comments as well, and I can't wait to get into the thick of things and solve for these new challenges as they come through. So, folks, let us not waste any more time as we dive into it. I just want to mention, as always, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see it continue well beyond its 150 episodes that we've already struck, then please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, not just what I do, but how I do it. I look at the number of likes and comments to get a quick read on what folks are interested in, what series they would like to see more or less of, but I do read through each and every comment as well. So if you have any feedback, opinions, thoughts, anecdotes, experiences that you would like to share, go ahead and do that in the comments. It really helps me just approach things differently, adjust my approach when necessary. Just, again, also helps me get an idea of what folks enjoy or don't like. For example, the overview of the update from last session, I think all the opinions about it that were expressed were in the positive. So now I know in the future, when we have another massive update like that come through, we should do an overview like that for the episode that follows. So, stuff like that is super helpful, but even just general opinion sharing and feedback and whatnot, which is something I like to try and touch on, at the top of every episode or during the episode if it makes more sense that way. But it really does help me significantly. And the reason why I'm saying it, why I'm making such a big deal of it in this episode, is because it's episode 151, huge milestone just crossed, and so I just want to reiterate my dedication to that process of the iterative process of improvement, if you will. Now, on the topic of responding to comments, here's one that I've been getting for quite a while. I mean, one was to plant those trees that I just went around planting, so again, thank you for catching that and for reminding me. But also that I should perhaps get some other cars and a little bit more color variety. Never killed anybody. And I agree, red and yellow, for example, would be a nice color combination. No, but in all seriousness, I should definitely add some more cars into the mix. The Trabi has had quite a few requests. Unfortunately, they are not available in a variety of colors, just the white. We could get the VZ2102 blueprint, like the ones I have right now. You know what? Okay, I was like kind of joking earlier, but since I've already purchased this blueprint from Czechoslovakia, why not go ahead and queue that up for a little while, and then we'll get some new blueprints. Because again, like I was saying, I've got suggestions to grab the no, not cargo car. What am I doing? Where's personal car? There we go. I saw the word car and I was like, there it is. I got some suggestions for it. Was the Trabi was a recommendation, and the W Berg, which obviously stands for something, but I don't know what. So please educate me. I totally could have looked it up before I started recording, but the thought slipped my mind. And besides, I like having conversations with people, which is another reason I like reading through the comments. But yeah, so we will get some of those as well, and we can do a little bit of color variety. Now, what I don't know, actually, because I haven't had the chance to experiment with this, let's go ahead and get, this one's newer. Which one's better? 95, 105, well, this one, I guess. Similarly shaped, based on the, based on this. Let's go ahead and grab you. Now, I was told I can get a DeLorean. Now, okay, that's got to be a mod, right? Take a look at the personal car. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I do like these cars, though. They are adorable. I might just, but let's hold off on that. Let's get a little bit of variety going on. Let's queue up, let's go ahead and do this. Now, okay, here's the question. I'm gonna get 6 of you. I'm gonna go ahead and queue you up. And then can I, I like that. Okay, cool. Cool. In that case, hang on a second. Oh, there's no yellow available for you? That's a shame. That's a shame. All right, well, let's go ahead and get 10 of these out. Watch, this becomes my new obsession now. It's just like choosing what cars I manufacture and when. Yeah, I do agree that a bit of variety will be nice for the streets. It's also been suggested that I maybe specify which colored cars sell in which part of the country, which sounds like that sounds like a slippery slope. I'm just gonna say, but something that would be hilarious in its own way. One more thing I want to tackle here really quickly before we get into the thick of tourism is this sort of car situation. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to tackle it. Like right now, and this guy over here, I think this is full. Yeah, this thing is full. We're not able to sell any more cars. Oh no, we are. No citizens meet the requirements. Oh, I see. Basic or higher. What is that sound? There's that weird extra... Never heard that before. It sounds like a siren. I was like, what is that sound on the audio track? I play the game audio very low when I'm recording, so I can kind of watch my levels and stuff. And I apologize for that distraction, but I was like, what is going on? The audio has been given an upgrade as well, by the way, in this new update, along with some other things, which I should mention. I have turned on global events, which includes things like massive fluctuations in prices and stuff like that. So I'm very curious to see how that works. That is another thing from the new update. So I have activated global events, and that should be interesting for us as well. You know what? I'm fine with this. What I'm not fine with is the fact that we do need to sell some of these. We need to get rid of some of these cars, and get rid of them. I mean, you know, sell, export those cars. What I'm thinking is we have this guy over here, presumably picking up cars over here and then dropping them off over here. We've got this guy over here, presumably picking them up at the production facilities and then dropping them off over here. So what I'm going to have is I'm going to actually create... Oh, this is a bit of a bummer. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so what we'll need to do is... I was hoping... Oh, you totally can! Okay, that's not... Okay, I guess you... Hey, Party, it's a good idea to hover over things before making a call on them. Let's go ahead and get this thing lined up and prioritize it. There we go. Okay, cool. Not exactly how I would like that mechanic. I would prefer to have like left and right arrows so you can assign, or no, you can't click and drag. That would make it a lot smoother a process. But still, at least it has been thought through to a degree, so I do like that. So we'll get this truck going, get that built, and then we'll have a truck that's exporting to Baraharad from here. Oh, actually, rather, because the original idea was to get the train up over here, right, to ship it out. Building is about power supply. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use the truck for now. We'll get the train involved later. So I think we're good to hit play, let that truck get made, and then we'll set the export route up for it while we discuss my tourism plans. This stuff is all being built as well. We do need to purchase some fire trucks over... Oh, no, we don't. We're gonna make them. We're gonna make our own fire trucks. Man, this game is so cool. This game is so cool. Let's see. Fire trucks. We're making our own fire trucks. Oh, man, this is ridiculous. This game is ridiculous. I honestly, I feel like a kid on Christmas. You know, just like... This game hits the spot. We could get some nice Polish fire vehicles. 90 speed and level is 4, 10. Okay, you know what? Maybe we won't. 9. Okay, you know what? I think we're gonna stick with what works best, rather than any personal affiliations. Sure. Let's go ahead and get these W50s maybe from East Germany. Yeah, they're slightly better. It looks like, as far as the speed level balance is concerned. What about these guys? You are 80 kilometers, 80 kilometers. Yeah, okay, fine. So let's go ahead and make some of these. Make some of these. W50 fire ladder. Okay, good. It does have organization here. Good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and do 4 of these. Click there, click there. Oh, that's... Oh, I really don't like that. That swaps the position. Okay. Ooh, that's weird. That's very weird. All right, let's prioritize this thing first because we already have some fire stations down there. So let's prioritize that. Once that's done, we'll prioritize the fire ladders. That's very weird. Maybe I'm missing something there. Anyway, let's take a quick look at our population statistics. 50.8. So we're like, what, 200 more on average than we were previously. This might drop soon, though. But hopefully this will help. Our unemployment is actually a lot higher than it was previously. That's kind of weird, actually. Considering we have all this construction going, that the unemployment has gone... not just gone up, it's skyrocketed. So hopefully it drops back down quickly. A bit of a problem. Happened while we were doing our tour, so I'm very curious as to what happened there. But otherwise, overall, we seem to be doing quite well. I mean, our economy is more than okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. We've planted our trees. We've got... trains are moving all right. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. We have emptied the mechanical components for the most part. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that... has something to do with the unemployment situation. Probably not. That wouldn't make sense. Missing coal. Hang on a second. How are we missing coal? How are we missing coal? Oh, we need to keep an eye on that. That doesn't make much sense at all. We need to make sure that the steel production doesn't stop over here. Hang on a second. How are we so low on coal? Yeah, no coal ore. Okay, these mines have been understaffed for far too long, it must be. That's the only kind of explanation I can think of over here. Okay, fair enough. Well, fortunately, in that case, this might actually be more of a priority than I'd initially suggested. We're going to go ahead and get all this stuff built out. We'll have to figure out how to get people from up over here to down over here. We also have to figure out why people aren't coming down over here like they once used to. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Let's go ahead and hit play. Let some of this stuff continue. We'll keep an eye on this situation as well, just because I want to make sure I don't miss. Honestly, tempted to cancel this current production. Yeah, let's do it. I said, yeah, let's do it. There we go. This thing will take some time to make. 640 work days. Yikes. Okay, hold on a second though. While that's happening, what is the deal here? Is it because all those people are working over here instead? That doesn't add up. That doesn't add up. Let's see. People come here from these trolley buses. Nobody got dropped off there, eh? What's the deal here? Bet you Rinkrad will be okay. Alright, let's see. Do we have any workers coming through? 27 workers only. I feel like therein lies the problem. If we're not bringing in more workers from up over here... Oh, and look at that. I've been warned about this backup that underground parking can cause. Oh, what's the deal over here? What's the deal over here? Unspecified. Unspecified. I'm wondering if I need to start specifying a bit more. Make sure more workers end up over here. But we have... Okay, we have 159 workers right now. How many are you going to pick up? Hopefully all 98. I'm just going to follow this for a moment here. Just to see what we get out of it, what happens out of it. And then we'll soon be able to turn our attention to the tourism conversation, because yes, that is something that I really want to talk about. I have new and improved, or at least I think they're improved plans that I think will work a fair bit better than what I'd planned or talked about last session. Again, I did get a lot of suggestions and concerns and stuff like that expressed from in the comments as well. That'll of course make a difference to my approach, and I think what I've got planned now will work out quite nicely. I'm also trying to do, I'm hoping to do like an interesting approach with like air connection as well, like having an international airport, but also having some you know, like local smaller airports as well. Like, I'm not sure how it works, but will tourists take a plane from a central hub airport to smaller airports in other parts of the nation, or will they, you know, expect to go to an end destination from that first airport they arrive at? Am I making sense? Like, you know, you've got airports that only serve local, like local flights as opposed to international flights. So I wonder if that is something that was taken into consideration for how tourism works. Like, will tourists sort of hop from one airport to another airport, or does it have, or do they expect to go from airport to a bus stop or a train station that'll then take them to a hotel or a, you know, whatever other endpoint. Sorry, that wasn't the best expressed, I think. I hope I made sense at the end there. Okay, so this is all looking good. They all arrive here okay. When they get over here, got quite a few going to the mine over here. Thing is, this bus stop is used. Yeah, we got people coming over here okay. This bus stop is still empty, eh? Prioritize you there. I think that's a part of the problem, because if I recall correctly, what I'm up to over here is we have these buses down over here that pick people up at Moria bus stop number 2, which is this one, and drop them off over here to distribute them among, you know, the various mines and processing plants and whatnot. Okay. So why is there this backup? Is it because people are instead going all the way down over here? Probably. Maybe. It might be a good idea for me to assign destinations here, because right now it's unspecified. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and assign just to check if that helps. Here, here, and here. The fire station does not need that many people. Let's go with like 9%. Try the split, see if that works. Okay, and then these two is where we need the most people, because again, the mine itself, and then of course that bus stop. I might need to change how this whole thing works. I might need to change how this whole how this infrastructure kind of gets people down there. I might also need to involve people from over here down over here too, and we'll figure out how to do that. Probably using Colada, we can get the trains, you know, add some passenger trains to this line over here potentially, or add another set of lines that drops people off somewhere over here maybe, or brings them even closer to the mines or something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But it has dawned on me how much of a priority that needs to be. While we're in the middle of the night here, I'm going to actually upgrade some of these roads. I might just upgrade them to their final form over here, because there's so much traversal that needs to be done that I feel like we are losing so much time just driving around. Auto build the roads. Go ahead and upgrade. There we go. Like, vehicles move so much slower on these dirt roads. And I've known this all along, obviously, but again, it's like there was a time when putting down dirt roads and then building the final roads on top of it at the end was an important aspect of our economy, of keeping our economy alive, if you will. But we're past that, I think. And given that construction has already started over here, I'm confident that this is how these roads are going to be laid out. So I don't have to worry about removing or rebuilding them. So let's do this for now, and then later on we'll get all this stuff done. Yeah, that ought to do the trick. Cool. And then we have these guys down over here as well. I should, right, before again, last session I was so excited to just kind of show all the new stuff and do the tour that I left this thing sit aside. But I should definitely not do that for much longer. We have this switch over here already. Now, there was a recommendation a couple of sessions ago that I bring another big connection over. Unfortunately, though, we do not have, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we do not have another big line available, another high voltage line available here. What I could do is I could drop one of these high voltage switches, sorry, yeah, a high voltage switch down over here, or even, yeah, no, I would have to do a switch over here to break it up, and then get a power transformer over here. It's not a bad idea at all. I just wonder if, you know, it's probably the right call. Let's actually do it. And I just realized the coal is, oh man. I really hope this change that we've made makes enough of a difference, at least temporarily. At least temporarily. Alright, sorry, back over here. Let's go ahead and do this now while it's top of mind. Go ahead and pause for a second here, cancel this. Get our high voltage switch. Like, get rid of this as well, actually. Yep. Get our high voltage switch down over here. Go ahead and attach you here. Attach you like so. Oh, actually. Let's use the cancel wire option here. Which one is this? 15? Well, why not use the 18 and use the 15 up this way? There we go. And then get our power transformer. Trying to figure out if I want to like drop it down over here. Because it's kind of a central location. We can go in multiple directions from over here. I don't mind that. We could in fact get rid of this connection over here that we're making. See, that's to say we have a few more small connections available over here, which is why this feels somewhat wasteful, I guess. But it also adds more connections. I don't know. Drop you over here. Will prevent us from doing some development down this way, I suppose. This is kind of a dead area. I wouldn't mind this being a bit of a buffer for like trees and stuff, because there's so much pollution being produced over here. So let's go ahead and actually, let's keep you down over here. This might be inefficient, and feel free to point out if this was a fool's errand, because it very well may have been. But we got the money for it, so I'm not as concerned as I once would have been. Okay, there we go. We can go ahead and this, I mean, I guess it saves this for other uses as well. So I don't know how much we're going to actually see other uses for that line. We can go ahead and cancel. Come on. Cancel that. Cancel this as well. Medium voltage. Alright, cancel this one too. Hook you up like so. Sure. I've been thinking about nudging this thing over a little bit, this entire section over here. I've been thinking about nudging this over a little bit because it eats up space in here. And the same goes for this line as well, because it eats up space in here. You know what? No time like the present. No time like the present. Free up some room over here. There we go. I want to cancel you too. Get you up over here. Can we? Yes, excellent. Stick to this side. Going up to here. Then we can fold in a bit, and then connect up to here. I like to fold in a bit more. I'd like this to be a bit straighter. Now, actually, you know what? I take that back. We're going to go a little bit further up first, because I might want to put something down over here, like a theater or something. Which reminds me, by the way, I have been looking at some of the mods that are out there. Some of you suggested that I should, before I get into all the tourism stuff, you know, actually putting things down, I should take a look at some of the mods out there, because, as you very rightfully pointed out, the modders are already, you know, very much on the ball and already making some very interesting additions to the game. So exciting times for sure. Why is this even? Where does this? Where is this going? Oh, I see. Well, that's kind of useless. Hang on a second. Did I actually do this? I did, didn't I? Wow. What value do you? What purpose do you? What is? Oh, that's a mess. Okay. So we're basically sending power all the way up over here, only to send it back down? Okay, that's goofy. That is some goofy nonsense. Alright, I'm glad I decided to come over here and sort this out. There, that cleans this up significantly, though it also makes this significantly more important. Let's go ahead and see if we can't fit the... Can we just upgrade these as well? Large. That is large, isn't it? Other infrastructure's in the way. That really is a bummer. Don't want to go too small on these either. Will any of them fit? No, none of them will fit. Building is in the way. Other infrastructure's in the way. Oh, that's too bad. I mean, if nothing else, we can at least straighten this. I think that's a bare minimum over here. And why not upgrade the connection, actually? Why not upgrade the connection as well? Go ahead. 18. Oh, because it looks hideous, that's why. That does look quite bad, doesn't it? Okay, let's see. Can we pull up to here? I see the problem here. I wonder if I need to, like, rework this entire area a little bit more. I also wonder if I can't just get the high voltage to come, like, around from somewhere. It doesn't have to go up this way, you know? I wonder if... Okay, let's see. Right. Like I said, no time like the present. Let's try it here. Let's try it now. Let's see if we can't avoid this, you know, being something we regret in the future. Rotate you ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. No, 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 no. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Not a problem, not a problem. Get rid of these real quick. How close can we get over here? I guess the wires can't hang over the road either, is what I'm getting here. Oh, no, they can. Okay. This is 100% safe, don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry. This is 100% safe. This is not dangerous at all. These wires are very carefully isolated from each other. Nothing to worry about. There we go. Alright, cool. This goes up this way. Maybe we'll put down some trees or something to make this work a bit more nicely. Send this up this way. There we go. You know, I'm very happy we've done this. I am... Yeah, there we go. Happy enough that we've done this. Power comes down here. Good stuff. Power goes up here. Distributes it to the rest of everything. Like, this is a very important connection. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and fund it all. Hopefully I haven't made a horrendous mistake. Fund you, and let's go ahead and make sure that we go to the medium voltage wires as well and fund all of you as well. Alright, cool. That should be okay. Obviously, these things all need to be built first. And I also need to, you know what? Yeah, let's go back and create this road too. Oh, the only reason I'm waiting on this is because in case I need to make some adjustments. So fine, let's not. Just while putting buildings down, or if the leveling needs to be cleaned up a little bit, I want to make sure those are adjustable. Again, we have the money, so I probably shouldn't really concern myself with it, but here I am concerning myself with it. Power is coming through. We're good here. Power is coming through over here as well, I hope. We're good. Potential capacity problem. It's not a problem yet. We're at 97%, so we do still have some wiggle room, but it's good to know that as some of these get built, we'll definitely need to add more power in the area, which again, not too much of a problem because we have quite a few like outputs now in the area to spread that love, to spread that power. Anyway, enough talk of all these things. We have these fire trucks that I'll probably send over right now. Go ahead and change depot to here. Yeah. Oh man, that's so cool. And I feel like I'm on fire. This is great. This is awesome. All right, cool. Go ahead and ship all you guys over here. 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 There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is so cool. It's just the fact that this is a thing that we're doing right now is so cool. Let's go ahead and move you over to here. And then we can assign... What's going on here? Okay. They're just lining up. I was like, are you carrying one of those? Look at a little bit of color variety here is nice. I wonder if we have no citizens meet the requirements. Guess we're waiting. We could sell it to a prefer younger. Ooh, I don't know about that. I was hoping we'd get like a different range. Like, what do you mean prefer younger? Are we selling cars to like 12-year-olds? That's not exactly what I meant. That's not exactly what I meant. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this back. We got like one kid. One 12-year-old out there driving a car, but before that becomes the norm, I want to try and sell some cars, like export some cars. Okay, while that stuff's being sorted out, right. What I'm thinking is we're going to put the airport down over here. Initially, I was saying we're going to put the airport down over here, but as many of you pointed out, like, it might not be the best for, well, some of you pointed out it might not be the best for working conditions, which maybe we're, like, so if I put the airport down over here, it's definitely close-ish to, well, not much really. I mean, from over here, I guess from the headquarters of the party, which almost guaranteed has at least some soundproof rooms, I feel like it's kind of close. Like if we put down the, there's no noise pollution in the game, for the record, for those of you asking. It's about half a kilometer away, which, yeah, granted is not a lot of distance. This is all housing up over here, though, and this is all housing up over here. For the most part, there's some schools and stuff, but a lot of housing over here. So what I was actually thinking was putting the airport down over here by the water might be a good spot for it, because it stays far away from all the housing up over here, far away from all the housing up over here. You can see it from the headquarters. It's like a thing of pride, I would say, rather than something you want to hide from. So there's that element to it as well. And plus, it's, by all these bridges and stuff like that. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Some of you pointed out that it might not be nice to have a beach by an airport, which I totally agree with. But I don't intend to put the beach down over here. I figure it's probably pretty nasty to, like I wouldn't go swimming in, where there are this many ships going back and forth and just this, like, crowded area over here. Not very attractive beach going, I would say. So what I'm actually thinking, and I again, just getting my plan out there so anybody who has any experience or points or arguments against or for it can express it. I just want to get my plans out there. So we have the airport over here with maybe a couple of runways. So we have flights that are international flights, NATO international flights, with our sort of Eastern Bloc allies, if you will. And I also want to try that experiment with smaller planes as well, where they're like, prop planes and stuff going to smaller airports that are in other parts of the nation. So that's my hope. It's going to be a pretty big complex over here, but I think there's something to be said about it being, like, attached to our, like, a part of our, party pride and whatnot, if you will. Again, the highways, the runways will be pretty long, but I'm hoping that planes will be off the ground by about here or so, and that way they'll be able to circle around and leave the nation, or, go over this way and leave the nation. I mean, there's going to be planes flying overhead. People are going to hear them. There's nothing you can do about that, apart from establishing our airports in the middle of nowhere, which is something I will be doing for smaller airports and at least one other big airport eventually, but that's talking about way in the future. Right, so we've got the airport over here. But right by the airport, I'm thinking of putting down a hotel or two, or perhaps even three, because, you got those airport hotels where people stay. And then from, like, a complex down over here, I want to have some buses that will bring people over to this area that I'm going to designate as a bit of a tourist spot. Going to have, like, restaurants, bars, the museums I was talking about. I think that'll be fitting for the area. We're also going to have a passenger dock. We haven't built one yet. They've been available for a very long time. If we take a look at the passenger harbors over here, I'm thinking we'll put down a medium-sized passenger harbor. We'll figure out. We might need to reclaim some land over here, but we'll figure out the positioning exactly. And from that passenger harbor, tourists can be taken all the way down to over here, where we'll have another passenger harbor. And from there, I want to have some hotels and whatnot, but I also want to have a train connection that will bring people down to Uprisinggrad, either to this central train platform or maybe instead to somewhere closer to Kolata. So have some hotels and stuff in this area, do a bit more of an integrated tourist experience over here, where it's like, it's not like you're living next to, it's not like you've got the hotel next to some theme park, but instead you've got a hotel that's in the city, for a more integrated touristy experience, I suppose. Something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. It's quite the undertaking. It's big, and that's why I like it. The other thing I was thinking was, apart from just having the boat that comes down here and drops passengers off to be distributed to wherever, I was thinking it would also be neat to have one of those small airports I was talking about somewhere over here. So we'll have, like, prop planes, flying from Veteringrad Airport, Veteringrad International, perhaps, down to whatever we determine this region will be called. And then from there, they get onto those same trains and perhaps buses, probably trains, it's faster, and get brought down to Uprisinggrad or Kolata. That's sort of my new line of thinking. And again, I know I often tend to talk about plans too much, but I feel like this is a big one, which is why I wanted to talk about this and make sure that my thoughts were out there. So again, if there's any feedback or opinions to share, we can catch them before I don't take something into consideration and it's too late. But I'm pretty sure I've got all of my ducks in a row, as it were. I'm pretty sure I've considered all the important things that require consideration, or that require considering. I'm pretty sure we're good to move forward. I'm pretty sure also that our unemployment is actually looking fantastic, so that's good. Glad to see the number is back down. What's the deal down over here, though? What's our coal situation before we start planning our airport? Still not looking very hot. Now, is that because we are staying on top of production? No, we are not. I don't feel very good about that. I mean, like, okay, you're loading up on steel, but you can see it's very abrupt. It's a very stop-go kind of a situation. I want to be in this situation. The way we are with iron is what I want with my coal. This is not good. Trying to figure out. We do have some workers here who are without jobs. I'm trying to figure out if we get a bus that gets people from up over here to down over here. You know, just to add a bit more, movement. These guys, are you able to drive? That's the other thing. People are now driving to, where they want to work as well a little bit. So they might have their personal preferences to, work in TV and radio as opposed to in the coal mines where I need them to. Damn. Okay. Let's see. We do have 9 workers without a job. Okay, hold on. A better way to do this is, of course, just while we're waiting for the sun to rise. Citizens, unemployed, uneducated, or come on now, where is? Wasn't unemployment a thing? Hold on a second. Worker was unemployed yesterday. There we go. Sorry, just glazed over that multiple times there. Okay. 67 unemployed up over here. "67 students awaiting to move outside the hostel." I see. I see. Okay. Okay, well, hold on, let's go ahead and do this really quickly. I'm gonna pause for a second and go ahead and move a bunch of people down over here. You're already out. Okay, well, that didn't work as effectively as I would have liked. Go ahead and move a bunch of people out from over here. Okay. The reason why I'm pausing is because I need to empty out this hostel up over here. They have no place to move out to after they're done getting their education, which is exactly what we're trying to preempt down over here. Oh my god, 455. What am I looking at right now? Children. Okay. I was like, that's not unemployment in one area. Why are you showing? Oh, because I hovered over this by mistake. That's why. I was like, why are you showing me these stats? I see why. These guys are also all grown up now with nowhere to go, unfortunately. Yeah, waiting to move outside. Okay. Well, as soon as some of these buildings are done, they'll be able to move. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good that we like are seeing what's going on over here. Relocate citizens. Okay, there we go. Empty this space out so more people can move into the hostel now. Okay, there we go. Relocate. Still need another 40 spots, approximately. Could I empty from over here, maybe? There we go. That should do the trick. That should do the trick. Down over here. Move. I said move. There we go. It's still not perfect, but I will take that for now before we get too bogged down by that. So I'm trying to not get bogged down by things, but I mean, we are managing an entire nation. So, you know, that is a thing. Lots of resources on here. We are waiting for more concrete and gravel, prefab panels, and steel. Okay, let's see. Let me just check to make sure we have all we'll need. Over here, we've got plenty of prefab panels. We got plenty of steel. So we're good in terms of everything we'll need eventually. But they're getting to work over here. They are getting to work over here. Now, where is... You know what? Right now, the construction offices, I believe, still pick up workers at the train station. Is that right? Workers, yeah, at the train platform. Which is pretty well serviced in terms of trains coming through and picking people up. So I wonder if that's slowing down some of the construction as well. Again, something to consider. But, again, as important as that stuff is, I'm going to try and not stay too focused on it. All right, let's have this conversation over here. First of all, we're planning, of course. Let's figure this out. We need... I don't know if I'm going to build this entirely myself or if I'm going to just pay for it all. But we will need an airport road connection if we intend to build it ourselves. So let's go ahead and get that established over here, lined up with this, so the road can go out. Let's go ahead and overlaps with existing construction. It's just because of this. All right, listen. You, my good friend, will move. Get this out and over. And again, I don't want to actually connect anything right away because it'll start being built. So I want to actually avoid that. There we go. Connect to you. There we go. Pay for you. There we go. All right, good stuff. Resume. The other thing about putting the airport over here is not only can buses take people down to over here, but if I want to make the tracks over here, what's the word I'm looking for? Passenger oriented as well, I'd be able to make that connection potentially by having a train station over here and connect right by the bridge. That's the other thing I was thinking. So it wouldn't, take away from this infrastructure we've got going up over here. Tourists have no reason to go to Trainwreck. I mean, if they want to drive there, they can. If the journalists want to see the working conditions at Trainwreck, they're absolutely welcome to. But there's no reason to build an entire infrastructure around bringing tourists up to Trainwreck. You know what I mean? All right, let's get to work over here. So, first order of business is the airport road connection, which will go down somewhere over here, right? I'm going to go ahead and just drop you down. And we're going to go ahead and suspend your construction. Cool. From there, all right, this is, okay. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty exciting and also intimidating. Pretty exciting and also intimidating. This is a big one. This is a big one. Alright, so we could put this at an angle. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I want this all to work over here. Like, how much space is this actually going to take down over here? How is it going to interact with what we've already got going over here? Right? Do I still want this curved road? Do I still want this, like, angled road? Or would I rather it go straight down instead now? Right? Like, if we go straight down instead, it would give us some more room over here. And then we could put the museums down on this side, and we could put some other stuff down on this side. Like, that might actually work better than what we've got going on right now. Okay, let's wait until some of these vehicles pass through. Where are these? Actually, where are you going? Oh, I see. All those iron vehicles. Trying to figure out the best way to, like... Well, what I can do, it's been suggested before, is I can put a waypoint down. Trying to figure out... Okay, let's wait. Okay, put a waypoint down over here. Now I should be able to get rid of this road. Yeah, there we go. Hot tips coming from the comments. Alright, now I should be able to connect... Let's see. Because this has to go straight down first, right? So let's go ahead and put a waypoint down over here, just so I can get rid of this section. Get this road coming straight down. Do we have the wireframe? Ah, it's not really lined up to the wireframe. So get this coming straight down to roughly here, I think. We'll do the trick. Do that. And this will continue on straight though. I don't mind this intersection over here. If that can still be a thing, we'll get rid of this entire area over here. Just waiting for this truck to turn around and find its way, as it were, when it realizes there's a dead end up over here. So that should be good. And again, we're getting rid of all these parking lots. They have served no purpose. We might eventually establish more. We might establish some more parking lots in the area. There's been a lot of talk of bringing cars to Veterinka. That is something that is top of mind for me as well. I wouldn't mind people being able to drive private vehicles up over here, but it is it's been back of mind, not top of mind, I think would be the more appropriate statement. I want to do it, but it's not my priority right now to get cars up over here, especially with this new update. We got this going on over here. Let's go ahead and just get rid of all these parking lots. I don't think we need them. I think we know we don't need them. This is unfortunate, bit of a waste of resources and effort and money, but it's the right call. I think we all know that it's the right call. What we're going to do over here will be much grander than what we have done before. Go ahead and get rid of this. And I also don't mind the stadium being, like, I don't think it actually counts towards... We don't get any visitors here. It doesn't count towards any, like, tourist-related benefits or anything like that. But it's a cool thing to have in a touristy area. You know, invite people over to watch games locally and things like that. I would like to see this mod. It'd be awesome. Obviously, I don't expect it. Modders are doing fantastic work for free. They get all my admiration for that. But it would be really cool to see mods like this get upgraded or updated to include that element to it of, like, yeah, you know what, people come to watch international football here. Like, that would be cool to me personally. We could actually get rid of this road connection, well, part of it, right? Get rid of you, and then what we could do is we could have this connection come down instead. Something like this, or we could make it a hard connection as well. I think I almost prefer that. We'll see though. For now, that's fine. Let's go ahead and auto build, upgrade asphalt with the lights down over here. There we go. This is a permanent fixture. Cool. Gives us room for all those, you know, museums and all that jazz we were talking about. All right, cool. Back down over here. Again, you know, I would say that was on topic. I would say that was me staying on topic because that's all relevant to our tourism industry over here. So, the airport terminal. Pop it down. Still not entirely certain on how I want the terminal to sit. I could do... Well, let's go ahead and reclaim some of this territory. First level, height from center. The land reclamation going on over here. Not too much. I don't want to, like... One thing that's been suggested, though, as I do this, I want to clarify that I don't want to overdo land reclamation. I don't want to, like, just get rid of the river. That feels, you know, sort of defeats the purpose of picking a map, right? But I did get a very interesting suggestion many episodes ago now about carving a canal for our trade with the West, which I've been mulling over ever since that comment first came through. I do think it's a very interesting one. I'd love to hear more people's thoughts on it. But basically what it would entail is... I think that's about as far as I want to go over here. I think that's about as far as I want to go for now, at least. And we'll see if we need to nudge anymore. But yeah, what that would entail is potentially carving, like, right through the terrain over here. Well, that's a huge project, and I would probably do it either time-lapse or just cut it out completely. But we would carve the terrain out right down over here to have our ship that goes over to our, you know, western borders here take a much shorter route. Like, well, oh yeah, because it does loop past this and then come back down, doesn't it? Yeah, it was so that was a weird episode. Just discovering that that's a thing. Perfectly makes sense. Like, it's fine, but it was a weird moment. But can you imagine the time we would save by implementing that canal? Rather, you know, appropriately, making it appropriate to its actual uses. The ship would no longer have to go all the way down over here. Look at this bend that it has to take just to get back up to the same, like, you know, lateral spot, I guess. What's the word I'm looking for? Degree. But yeah, so that's a cool idea. I have been mulling over that. So I'd love to hear other folks' thoughts on that topic. Now, the reason why I did this is because I was wondering if we the terminal further down over here, what happens then? Put the terminal up over here. Need flat terrain. That's easy enough to accomplish. It's an exciting time for the series because there are so many new things to consider. Right, like we can get rid of this road connection up over here. Get rid of this step over here as well. If we get the terminal up over here instead, we can't line this up nicely. Go flatten that terrain. We can get the connection, like the road connection, somewhere else instead. We'll pop you down over here. What I'm thinking. Let's make sure this is suspended, please and thank you. The road itself. I'm trying to figure out also how I want to get fuel sent over here. Probably get like a pump and a storage up over here somewhere. Far enough away from the terminal, obviously, but in this general vicinity. Go ahead and establish. Let's see. Airport road connection. Probably do something like this. I think I like. You know what? Actually, let's put it on this side because then we don't have to worry about having to lift the pumps or anything like that. Let's put it on this side. And so you pop you down over here. Yep. Put the road down like so. It'll fit nicely. And let's not make that connection. Okay. Then we have our 3-plane parking lot. Should snap. Doesn't snap, does it? This is one thing that I'm not 1000% certain on when a connection has been made. In the I'm fairly certain. Where's my? There we go. Let's go ahead and flatten this off first. Let's flatten this off first. I'm fairly certain that overlapping is all we need. Fairly certain. We'll find out. We can always make adjustments if necessary, right? As we do. I can get rid of this just to flatten again. Have a huge like cliff drop off over here, maybe. Pilots better be on their best behavior. There we go. That will make things a lot easier, I think, moving forward with this area. Huh? God, terrible. Only feel kind of bad about it. And I mean, this kind of a massive earthworks undertaking makes perfect sense for an airport. I mean, this is a big deal project. You're not going to work around nature for something like this. You know, like you'll find an ideal spot, obviously, but you will make that spot work because the location of an airport determines a lot of things, like how much it costs to fly to somewhere, for example. I think that should be enough space for now. I really wonder what the runway length is over here. So we want at least 800. We want to make sure that at least one of our runways is 800 meters long. 850, in fact, I believe, is the actual number we're looking for. And it's wild to see. That's almost a whole kilometer, right? And it's wild to see that visualized so clearly with one road, essentially. That is the runway. But we want to make sure we have that as our maximum. That's all we really need. But I would like to keep that in mind right off the bat over here. It is huge. It is absolutely huge. Let's see what that looks like. Build runway. That's 858 at the end there. Okay. Okay, that's good. That fits. Oh my god. That is wild. The other thing I was thinking was that we could actually have the terminal up over here. Oh man, I might actually revert back to that. Yikes. See, having the terminal up over here makes it a longer ride down to this area. But if the terminal's up over here, then as planes take off, they fly up this way, which is pretty cool. That's pretty cinematic, right? Damn. Alright, that's something for me to think about. Actually, I'm not... You know what? I'm not... Construction stopped. Okay, I was worried it was building. Oh, I wonder if I can put more than just the 3... Yeah, looks like this will attach. Looks like this will attach. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Interesting. I mean, for starters, I'm probably just going to stick with the 3, right? We're not going to need more than that. Though it is cool to know that I can kind of play with the positioning a bit more than I'd initially anticipated. Now, if I really want... Alright, if I really want a runway that takes off this way, a plane would have to taxi all the way down. All the way down just to loop around to take off. It would be cool, though, and I'm really trying to level this out in my head. The cool factor versus what actually makes sense. Okay, God damn. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? It would also be neat from, like, that perspective to see the planes taken off that way. As opposed to that way. Now, we could still do the train platform over here, connecting directly over here. Buses would have to connect up over here. That's not bad either. It's not terrible at all. Right, we could still make it work. Oh, man, goddamn. Alright, I think that's what I'll do. I think that's what I'll do. It'll be cool. It'll be cool. And the rule of cool is important. I mean, I am glad we cleaned this up, though. That, I think, has been a long time coming. I'm definitely glad we did that. Get rid of this. Keep this up there, just in case we want to use that eventually. Just might as well. Let's go ahead and level train out over here. Right, there we go. There we go. Flatten all this out. There we go. Nice and easy. Let's pay for it. It's faster. There it is. So much faster. Alright. Road would come down from over there. Yep. We can get some hotels established in the area. We could get some of those things that meet citizens' needs as well up over here, like the things that would actually take care of some of their athletic needs and whatnot, like an indoor pool or whatnot. Get them down over here so that both tourists and citizens can use them. Yeah, this isn't too much of a problem. This is a passenger train going back and forth, some freight trains from time to time as well, but that's fine. That's fine. You're coming from the quote-unquote outskirts of the city, right? So it makes sense. Ooh, Uprising Grad. Uprising Grad makes me a bit more nervous about fires. I really ought to upgrade these roads as well. They have become permanent fixtures. We know they are. Upgrading the road in the middle of a fire. Right call. Excellent call. There we go. Come on now. There we go. Yep, beautiful. Long time coming. Long time coming. There are the fire trucks arriving here. Hopefully. Oh, are those sirens? I think I hear the sirens. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, cool. Good stuff. What's the deal down over here? Any progress? Oh, yes. Would you look at that? The hospital over here is up and running. Okay. Fancy. Very fancy. We are seeing some construction progress over here. Very slow, though. Tremendously slow. And what's the deal up over here? These guys have filled up again. Okay. Enough about that. Back on topic over here. So, let's go ahead and establish our airport terminal. That would sit like over here. I'm going to go ahead and flatten the other way. Back you up. Right from center. Just want to make sure this is all working nicely. And you know what I might actually want to do here? Is that trick that we've just learned. Take advantage of. Which is get a bridge. Concrete bridge. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good stuff, good stuff. I wonder actually if I can't... No, I guess it has to stick out a bit like that, doesn't it? No, that's not a problem. Do something like... Something like this. Come on, where'd you go? You are. Something like this. That is not straight. It's okay. It works in theory. That's what we need here. There we go. Nice and straight. Beautiful. And pull you back down. To here. Is that what I want? Or do I want to raise this up a little bit? I think that's okay. Keep going down. Extends way too far, doesn't it? Alright, not a problem, not a problem. Over to you. Go ahead and raise this up a little bit. Pay for it. And we'll like slope down over here. I'm cool with that. Oh, I paid for it. That's okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. It's probably for the better. Forcing my hand a little bit. Pull you up to over here. And then can we switch to the regular road? We can indeed. Okay, it's too steep over here. That's fine. I'm so pleased to be doing this. So pleased to like get ahead of this, you know? Steep. That's fine, that's fine. Go ahead and... This is not going to smooth out, is it? Come on, you know what I want. You know what I need. Too steep at the end there. It's just like, it just doesn't flatten perfectly, you know? That's what bums me out a little bit. It's like, I would love it to be perfectly smooth. Did that flatten perfectly? That did not. That did the opposite. Here we go. Move that out. Now it's, I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Pull you over to here. Alright. A little bit further out, maybe. Yep. Go ahead and establish our... What a ride this has been. Our airport terminal over here. Like so. Go ahead and suspend your construction. You've been commissioned. Suspend your construction as well. Good. Actually, no, I don't have to suspend this because no one can get here because that's not connected. Beautiful. We will have oil delivered up over here, or fuel rather delivered up over here. Let's go ahead and establish our airport road connection. Zooming in like that and the things popping in made me think it was building again. I was like, no! We might just pay for it, but I wouldn't mind having the pleasure of having, you know, built it entirely ourselves. Go ahead and flatten this out a little bit. There we go. The road out from over there, hopefully. Yeah. Stuff, good stuff. Keep this going straight, actually. The reason why I'm doing that is because, again, where are the hotels and the train platforms and stuff going to go? We got to figure all that out. Airport road connection. Down over here like so. Okay. Parking lot. Parking lot. Put it down like this. Or actually, no, put it down like this, I figure. Go further in, or we can go further out. Go further out. Pop you down over there. And can I get... Oh, would you look at that? It actually connects. Okay, interesting. Don't want that, though. Go with another big one over here. Or we could go with a pair of smaller ones. Would be fine with a pair of smaller ones. Let's see. Let's see. Can I line this up perfectly? Oh, that's not right. That ain't right. That ain't right. Hook you up a little bit closer. There we go. And this thing will unfortunately stick out a little bit, won't it? It doesn't attach. Okay, fair enough. That's okay. At least it squares this side off. And I could put another one down on this side, I believe, if I wanted to. Perhaps not. A little too tight. And we'll do the infrastructure. Okay, that's not a problem. We're not going to need that many planes anyway. And if we do, I wonder if I can... Oh, I wonder if I can build... I mean, you know, I can always have another terminal using the same set of runways. Right? Okay, so we have this. Now, if we build the taxiway... I wonder if... That's going to be interesting. The taxiway is how this attaches to like the highways and the runways and stuff. Will this hook up? Too sharp of a turn. Okay, we might pull this back a little bit then. Pull the road connection back a little bit. like there. Come on. There we go. Taxiway will connect. Yeah, good stuff. And we actually make this a bit nicer then. There we go. Hook you up to... Well, okay, let's go ahead and do this first. This up like this. There we go. This up like so. Again, like airport design, it's not like... This is so unfamiliar to me. So if anybody knows, like, what's efficient, what's inefficient, what I should or shouldn't do, please don't hesitate to share it. I am excited, not just curious, but I am excited to learn and try and apply everything I can apply here. So don't hesitate. Do not hesitate to share. What I'm thinking is we have like this sort of a setup here. Let's see. Come on, flatten all this. Ooh, not all smooth, is it? That is not all smooth. I thought we had it all flattened, but I was mistaken. Not bad. Gotta make sure not to click auto build when I have this selected. Taxiway. Way down this way. There we go, like so. Too steep of a descent. There we go. Hook you up, and hook you up. Alright. Now, like, what purpose does this serve? I mean, if we have more runways up over there, they'll be connected, is what I'm thinking. Right? It allows the construction vehicles to come down over here and get to work on this stuff. Now comes the discussion of the actual runway. 850 meters, right? 850. There it is. Exactly 850 meters up there. Okay. You could do that. We could do that. And then the taxiway, I mean, can we... It wouldn't attach to the back. You would attach to the side of it, and the plane has to get... So it gets taxied over, taxied to the end of the highway. Why do I keep calling it a highway? The runway. Brought to the end of it, then it takes off. Any plane that lands needs to land, arrive at the end, loop back, get over here, and then arrive at its terminal. Or its gate, I suppose. Arrive at its gate at the terminal. Alright, cool. So that makes sense. Now we could have another runway. That's a smaller runway, right? Have like a... Like, what is this length? This is 548 meters. What I need to do is I need to check on the... I need to check on the other planes. I need to confirm this 850 length. I'm fairly sure I've got it right, but I'm just so nervous about it. But this could be pretty cool. Like, have another 545 over here. And then what we do is we'd have this taxi... Again, you cannot connect like this. It has to be to the side. We'd like... do like this kind of a thing. And then obviously you'd want to have this connected as well, because it doesn't make sense for a plane to have to go all the way around the loop. If it's coming from here, it would go down this way. If it's coming from over here, it would go up this way. Right? That makes sense to me. Got two runways over here. They're not parallel, which, as you might expect, is not acceptable by my, you know, by any degree for me. We're gonna have to fix that up. Where is it? Runway. We'll call it a highway again. Let's see. Now the beginning matters, by the way. The start matters because the plane will be taxied all the way to the start. Now, this is actually better. 550 plus. Yeah. That looks better to me. That looks better to me. Cool. Taxiway. Can we get like a nice curve to this? I don't think so, eh? We could do... pop it out and then... Not too sharp of a turn. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. Be pragmatic, right? There we go. Okay, good stuff. And again, if we want to get some more over here as well, we can. That's pretty cool. You get on the plane, takes off this way, you go right over the bridge. Pilot on this runway's got to be careful. A little bit of a dip over here, but you know, nothing a professional pilot can't handle. I mean, I would expect the takeoff has to happen before the edge there, right? I imagine that includes the safe extra that you need. Okay, you know what? I'm loving this. I'm very glad that we positioned this over here. We can also, don't be mistaken, we can establish a runway that goes the other way as well. So if we want to have like some smaller runways that point the other way, or some runways that, you know, go out this way, we'll have to do some more flattening. We can do that if we want to have planes taking off this way, which would make sense. You know, if we have a plane taking off this way to arrive at the airport down over here, that makes perfect sense. That is a viable option. We also want to keep in mind though that if we want to have the passenger, where are we? Want to have the passenger harbor over here. They do have a sizable footprint of their own, but with that said, what? I'll have to do a little bit of land reclamation. With that said, we could find a way to make it feel like it's part of the Večeřinkrad port, right? Like make it feel like this is a transportation hub rather than just an airport. I don't know how common that is in the world. I've never heard of it, I don't think. I've never seen it or experienced it, but it's something to think about. This thing is huge, man. Holy. This is massive. Rightfully so. That's so cool to see. Well connected. I like this, that we've used the bridge over here. It's not going to cause any traffic issues or anything like that. This is great. Your first arrival as a guest is to go up this hill. You know, it represents the struggle that our people have gone through. A good initial statement. And we'll have to build some of the hotels and stuff over here. Or probably up over here we'll build some of the hotels. That makes sense. That makes sense. And again, if you work over here, you get to see planes taking off. Technological marvel. Oh man, this was you know what? I'm thoroughly pleased with the progress we made today, folks, and I genuinely do hope that y'all are as well. This is very exciting. This is unfortunately though where we're gonna have to call it a session. Got a little over, actually. I just got a little overly zealous and overly excited, I suppose. But this is feeling really exciting. Again, if you spot any major issues, please don't hesitate to let me know if you see any potential problems or anything like that. But I think it all makes sense to me in theory. But you know, it's all about what happens in practice. It should be pretty cool to see planes taking off and landing at this airport, though obviously still a lot of work to do to get tourism up and running properly, but we're off to a good start, I would say, while also tackling some of the other issues in our nation. Hopefully coal is answering the call of duty, as it were. Still seeing some troubles over here, so that's definitely something we'll want to concern ourselves with. Definitely something we'll want to concern ourselves with, because steel, I mean, while it is plentiful, and while it is very much... Oh, you know what, actually? Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on that situation. We're going to have to keep an eye on that situation for sure. But apart from that as well, I mean, we might want to lower the requirements, sorry, for owning a car, so we'll see more cars going around. Looks like we're seeing some good progress over here as well in terms of the construction and whatnot, though I might maybe consider paying for all this. Do people over here? Yeah, they're able to walk over to the fire station, so hopefully we're seeing some of that. And hopefully we're also seeing passengers get picked up over here and dropped off over there, and let them run free and frolic and do whatever they wish. Might as well make that route useful both ways, right? Anyway, folks, sorry, getting distracted again by the joys of this game. I hope you all enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference to the content on the channel, to what we do and how we go about doing it. This is absolutely, that's so cool. It's so cool. All right, folks, again, I hope you enjoyed. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons who have been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, das vidanya.